Welcome to Capture Culture Podcast, where worlds collide, creatives thrive, and the beat never dies. We're your host, that's Adam.
Hey yo,
Ayo, I'm Alex, coming fresh with a mic check and thanking you for the time you're about to invest. Adam, I forgot to bring you your flowers, dude. I forgot to bring you some flowers right now
what kind you get
and
me?
some chocolate
What kind you get
and
me?
some chocolate, dude.
What kind?
You're like
What kind of flowers would you buy me if you were to buy me
you're like
flowers?
a deep purple, dude. That's
Mm,
if you were to
lilacs.
get roses, you would need some deep
Oh,
purple
you would buy me
roses
roses?
associated.
Not
Well,
just
it's Valentine's Day, bro.
whoa.
It's Valentine's Day. So that's probably,
Well,
you got to go roses. You got to go roses on Valentine's Day, right? No?
I mean, you can go roses, or you could switch it up and be, completely like,
Try to be
different,
unique with
original.
it.
Exactly. You could come with like daisies, like 100 daisies, like hundreds of
A hundred
daisies,
daisies.
hundreds,
That can't
you
that
know.
that can't cost too much. Sure.
Or
Yeah.
you could just get a bouquet, like a wild out crazy all. Or it could even be like, look, if I was gonna give someone flowers, you know what I'm saying, and it was someone that I loved, and
Yeah.
you know it could be maybe a bouquet of flower, the uh cannabis flower, you know what I'm saying. So
I feel like you haven't set a lot of flowers out in the past, have you? Are you a
no,
flower giver,
I
Adam?
had.
I don't know. Are you a romantic? Are you a romantic, Adam? Do you consider yourself a
So
romantic?
bro, you want to hear a story about the first time I ever bought a girl flowers?
Yeah, I think I gotta hear this. I think I gotta hear this.
Yo,
I feel like you're gonna tell me well, you said bought a girl flowers. I feel
yeah.
like you were gonna say like I plucked them off a bush and just
No.
handed them to
All
her.
right. Well, you know the girl. It was Tara. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
actually, no. I think I bought flowers before that, but this one time
I
I bought
mean,
flowers.
how old were you when that
When
happened?
Tara,
How
Tara was like, I would think I was like,
you're like what, 25? What, dude? How old were you?
wait a minute, how old was
That's the
I?
first time. I'm just saying I feel like it took a long time for you to give a girl her
Oh no, no, I'm
flowers.
saying like I've done it before that, but I guess like a
Okay.
story that comes to mind of me giving a girl flowers. Okay, it was
Okay, all right.
and as her picture comes up on my Google home hub right here. So Tara, right? So this would had been after we had stopped talking, and I was trying to like win her back, or whatever,
All
And
right, all
so
right.
I went with a bunch of
You're going
flowers.
deep
Oh,
flowers.
now like I would go, dude. It was stupid, man. I was going and just dropping flowers off by her house, and it was kind
Okay.
of man. It actually sounds really sappy. I was just doing it like almost daily. You know what I'm saying? Like just going and just dropping
Going every day.
almost. You know what I'm saying? Like if like I had
So
work,
when you say drop them off,
like
are you knocking on the door or are you
no,
just like
I'm just
literally leaving them at
I
the
because I know she's
doorstep?
not even home. So like because she would be at work or whatever. Like so I would just leave them there, you know, and so yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I guess I kind of am a
You
romantic a
must have
little bit.
really fucked up. Were those sorry flowers? Or were those take me back? Please
Yeah.
take me back
What
flowers.
the
Looking back at
fuck?
it now,
No, well, actually, she was like,
looking back at
sh
it now, was it like please take me
no, it
back,
was like she was like
or was
that's the
it like
reason.
yo, I broke?
Well, she was like that's the reason why I still fuck you now. So it's like, well, but it's because it kind of it
Yeah,
she to her.
that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty suave, dude. That's like that's very love story ish.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But I guess you guys have your own love story in a way. I mean, are you guys still fucking or what? You say you still fucking now? Isn't she like married or something now or
No, she's not married, but she has a
no?
kid
Oh, I
now.
thought you told
She has a kid now.
me.
She has a
Okay,
kid now. But
you
last
still
year,
talking fucking with
last
her?
year, but I haven't talked to her in like this year. You know what I'm saying? Last year for sure.
So you're somebody that this is something that like I feel like separates us a little bit in ideology when it came to relationships. But you keep your exes around.
Mm,
right? Like you still fuck with your exes
no.
for the most part. You don't have like a no ex rule, huh? Like where you just or how do you feel about that, man? Because where I'm at with it is like an ex is an ex for a reason. Some people like really like to stay friends with their exes and be like close friends or whatever.
Well, yeah, man.
I don't think you
I
could do
kind of
that. I don't necessarily think you could do that.
I love people, man, and and the thing is like,
I
um,
love people too.
like I'm weak and I'm weak for love, like I'm weak as
I'm weak for
I'm,
love.
no, I'm just saying like
That sounds like a song title.
if someone's like calling me and it's uh because they're missing me and I'm probably obviously missing them too, so it's uh what do you call that, but if they're not missing me, then I really don't give a fuck about them either, then you know what I'm saying, like, so it's kind of like that, you know what I'm saying. It's usually it's the way I roll.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds like you're an easy booty call, is what it sounds like. It sounds like a
You guys
pretty.
heard that?
It sounds like really. It sounds like there's like no, you got no necessarily morals or integrity,
What?
or you're just like, yo, you call me, you want to fuck, I'm gonna come over and fuck.
I guess you could put it like that, or like, if you need a
No, no,
cuddle,
no,
I could
yeah.
be that. I'm if you need a cuddle, I'm probably the right guy for the cuddle. That's it. You know, probably won't
So,
won't have any expectations or like anything like that. It's just kind of it is what it is.
right, right. So you had like so this Terra girl specifically,
Right.
right? Like you had that deep love
Well,
for
I
her. She
still love
drove you
her.
crazy for her, right?
Yeah, I still love
How,
her.
how many girls have you had in your life where you felt like that? How many times you been in love?
Bro, why? I mean, are we interviewing me? Like,
Yeah,
uh,
this is just a talk. I mean,
never. I
I'll
mean,
talk about it right back too. You know
well,
what I
here's
mean?
the thing,
But
man. Like, there's no other girl that I've ever felt
how
like with
how many
Tara.
terrors have?
Right, but none,
Okay,
like none. There's only one, and then there's only one like Elizabeth, and there's only one fucking, you know, Daisy, or there's only one. You know what I'm saying? Like one Jen, one. Damn, I'm kind of going through like, oh damn,
you just gonna start listing all their names?
no, the names have
All
been
right.
changed.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, go
No,
list all their
no,
names.
I'm not gonna.
It'll be a 2 minute
I'm
long
not
show.
gonna. I'm not gonna list all the names, but I think that's pretty much. And then Rochelle, yeah, I think that was
Michelle.
pretty much. I mean, as far
You
as
know,
like, oh, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
you know, you probably are. You definitely probably are. But it is what it is. You know, I mean, Valentine's Day is the day of love, right? And that's definitely good too. But just important to like life and living your life is having your heart broken. Like that's part of everyone's love story. I feel like, right? At some
Do you
point,
remember?
like you kind of have to go through all the ups and
Do you
downs and the feelings and
do you remember me saying to you back years ago, "Yo, you won't understand until you have your heart broken." Do you remember me saying that to shit to you?
well, like the thing is, if yeah, I do remember. Maybe I don't know. The thing is, I had my heart broken prior to me even meeting you. So if you did tell it to me, I don't like it happened to me in high school, like back when I was 18 and didn't know no
What
better. You know
happened?
what I
How'd you
mean?
have your heart broken in high school, bro?
Well, it's just high school, dude. You know what I mean? You put all your eggs in one basket. I had all these. I was never a suave like motherfucker like that till mid 20s, early 20s. You know what I mean? When I started getting a little more confident with the ladies and dating and stuff like that. I was never a ladies man growing up. I was a shy kid. So like high school, senior year, it was like really my first girlfriend, right? So like, and it was the girl like that I had a crush on, and I saw her at a party, and I didn't really know what to do, but I ended up dating this girl, and you know, it's just young love, man. She didn't belong to me; she belonged to the streets. You know what I mean? No, but it's just one of those things where I wasn't the only one.
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of guys have been through it. Everyone's almost been through a feeling like that, but you got to go through it. And like looking back at it now, it's not like I have any feelings over that now. It's funny. It was just high school. It was young
But
Alex, and it was growing pains at the time.
in that
In that
moment,
moment, and in that time,
right?
yeah,
Damn.
in that moment and in that time, like your world hurts. And I remember, I have a younger cousin, and he was young, never had his heart broken. He had this high school sweetheart, and he was just kind of cocky with it. Didn't think like anything like he was ever gonna lose her. Didn't think he had to pay attention to her like that in any
Mm.
way. I was just like, yo, cuz, everyone gets their heart broken. If you're living right, you're gonna get your heart broken at one point. Like that's just part of life. You have to overcome it. You have to feel it, the emotions of it. And he's like, nah, nah. And sure as shit, it ended up happening, and he grew, learned from it, and all that stuff. But that's a part of everyone's love story. You know,
Yeah.
do you chop it up? Do you chop it up with current partners over your exes? Like, do you give them anything, or do you try to keep that like a private part? No
Uh,
need,
I mean,
don't ask, don't tell, kind of thing.
well, yeah, I really don't. I really couldn't. I really don't like even bringing up anything about any of them, or really like hearing much about, you know, any. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like why are we even talking about it? Because it's is it
Right.
still bothering you? Like, is it something that you're thinking about? You know what I'm saying? Because if it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just not.
Some
Nah.
people try to gain insight into you through your past relationships and try to see like maybe things they could avoid to piss you off, or things, red
Hmm.
flags of your own or whatnot. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know. I just keep it in the past, keep it moving forward. You know what I mean?
Right.
My idea with that though, and it really did lead to me eventually finding Alexis, is my idea with that is how do you keep people around and be friends with them if you do have emotional connections? How do you keep yourself emotionally available for somebody else? Like how are you actually ever really going to let somebody else come and take that spot? You know what I mean? Like that's why I feel like it's got to be, you got to truly like let go and break off and not have that contact. Because then, as long as that person's in your life, I feel like somewhere deep down inside of you, or you probably know it, you're like, okay, maybe it could one day pick back up, right? So
Hmm.
that's why, like, like if Alexis was friends with her exes, that would have been a red flag. That is a red flag for me in the dating world when I was dating. Like, no, if you're friends with your ex, nah,
You have an issue
you
with that,
know.
huh?
Yeah, for sure. Because then, there's always that
Right.
other option. There's always that safety net. It's a safety net when that's there. You know what I mean? There's
But
always that.
let me ask though, like, what are you necessarily afraid of if she's friends with her ex?
It's not afraid. You know what? What's just it's just, well, one, that they're still hooking
Right.
up. I wouldn't say it's afraid, but I would be like they're still hooking up, or if she's emotional one night, maybe they're gonna
Right.
hook up, or
Right.
what I mean.
So
I,
it's
I would
like,
just
but
feel like
that's
why, but
still a
like why would you?
possibility, even if she isn't a friend with her ex. Like even
Oh,
like
100%,
if
man.
she's not a friend with her ex, it's probably even more of a possibility because of that kind of spontaneity of the moment of like, oh, it's like, oh,
Oh,
we got
bro.
into a fight and da da da. Oh, all of a sudden, Mikey from fucking first grade is here and he's always had blue eyes and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's always that kind of to me, the way I look at it is, man, is like people are fucking shitty and people are fallible, and people fuck up all the time,
Oh yeah, man.
and
Oh yeah, man.
and
We've been down that road.
and
But
you
you
you have
know,
to kind of look at it like, well, if that's the way people are, then just let people be people and like let them be fucking like let that's the way I look at things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're trying to be all really in depth with it, bro. I'm just surface
oh,
level with
okay.
this shit. I'm just saying, friends with the ex, yellow flag. I'm just moving on,
All
dude. That's
right.
all. You
Well,
know what
shit.
I
I
mean?
thought we
Like,
were
I'm not
talking about
dissecting
like,
the person. I'm not necessarily criticizing the
right, right.
person. You're getting into their like the feels of it, and I'm not passing judgment on
All
anybody. You get what I'm
right,
saying?
all right. Well,
Like, no, I just feel like you gotta make yourself emotionally available.
I heard.
It's crazy to me when I think I'm married. Like
It's crazy
I
to me
still
too,
trip
dude.
out. I'm
It's crazy to
grateful,
me.
right? Like I'm grateful for the life that I have and the woman that I have. Alexis really is amazing. Like, we definitely have our arguments, but really we talk about everything. The love is really there. But for so many years of my life, I really was single, right? Like I really was single for
Yeah,
so many years of
I
my
was there with
life,
you,
dude.
man,
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
long
for
time.
really like most of my life, like 28 years, 20, like for like really, really like not locked down. And that wasn't I was choosy. I'm a picky ass.
Hmm. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it like trips me out sometimes. I wake up and I'm like, man, I got my house, I got my wife, like I got it. Like it's crazy because it like I can't picture my life anyway else now. You know, this is my life. Like I can't even picture my life without her. And I've known her now for like 6 years, right? And but for so many years, dude, I remember my mentality of like I'm gonna be single, I'm gonna die single. Like you know, it's just you go on these dates, and I never really like the connections weren't ever really there, or they were, you know, just fun times, but nothing past, like nothing for me to ever want to really like dedicate myself, my life, my free time, my energy, and all that to like something deeper than that. You know what I mean? So, and now here I am, man. 2 years married, and you know, Valentine's Day, I was thinking about it, and it is it's kind of funny. It's ironic, but it does have like a special little thing for me and her personally. That is the first time we ever actually hooked up. I'm gonna say that all nice and quiet. That's the first time we got intimate with one another. I remember, and we waited. We knew the day was coming, and we just saved it. We didn't like hook up on the first date or anything like that. Although like the chemistry was definitely there. Uh, and then I proposed to her on Valentine's Day too.
So what do you got
So
coming up, dog? Like, there's you got some
this is
pressure on
when
that
this is
day
when we
now.
got this is when we got engaged.
It's
I
a lot of
know, you
pressure
know,
on
and I
that
don't
day.
even necessarily, you know, now it's like, yeah, I mean, it is. It is for a lot of couples, I
Well, I
guess, you
mean,
know. But we can
especially for you.
celebrate. You know what I told her today though? I was like, her birthday is the 19th too, so 5 days
Holy
after
shit, man! Like
Valentine's
that's
Day,
a
right?
week. That's a week for
And
you, bro. That's an expensive week for you. That's
expensive week,
right.
sir. It is. It is. It is. So I was like, you know, this year you might get one of those 1 and 2 gifts. You know what I mean? One gift
No,
for 2 days. But uh, you know,
damn.
it's a good gift. It's a good gift. It's a good gift. And
What is it? Wait, so
no,
you're
I
seriously
won't.
gonna give her a 2-in-1 gift, dude?
No,
Two.
I'm taking her out to dinner. We're gonna have a good time. I
You got to give
got
her two gifts, bro. It's
so the first year I met her, I sent roses to her work.
uh-huh.
Okay. And it was unexpected. We had only gone out really on 2, 3 dates. Okay. So first year I sent her roses to work. This year I'm doing that again. I'm sending her roses to work with the chocolates.
You got to get like
And but
yeah.
I am working. I am working this Valentine's Day closing. So I got closing shift. So we're not doing necessarily anything tonight, but we'll be having a fun weekend. We got a fun weekend coming up.
All right.
I love you, baby. I love you. Uh, but yeah, so special day. I know I engaged to her on this day, and I don't got anything else.
Yeah, man,
At
you
least
got to do the roses at work because if she don't get the roses at work and if they're not the biggest, you know what I'm saying, then it's kind of like, oh, well,
for that long stem.
Becky down there got fucking 2 dozen roses and they were like black roses and da 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 da. Fucking, I'm just saying. I mean, and then her birthday, and 5 days later, oh,
So you got a Valentine? You got a Valentine this year?
well, it's not necessarily like, it's just there's no pressure on it, like it's just we're hanging out on Valentine's Day. She's like, I expect you to like, plan this out and like go and handle it. And I'm like, as soon as
So what do you got?
nothing. As soon as I asked, like
And you got
first of all, I
nothing?
asked and I was like, all right, and she said yes, and I was like, cool, and I felt good. And then she was like, and she told me like, I expect you to like plan this all out, and all of a sudden I started thinking like, oh man, it's gonna be crowded as fuck. Every fucking restaurant is gonna be super crowded. And then my anxiety just kicked in of like
Yeah.
social anxiety, having to talk to people, having to be out in public and wait and stuff like that. And I was just like, damn. Then I
Gotta
felt
go out in
bad.
the real world, son.
Then I felt bad. I was like, fuck, Valentine's Day. But yeah.
Why don't you plan a pretty picnic instead?
Nah, that's whack. That's then she knows I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Then she knows I'm fucking broke. But no, it's just where I'm at.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You got no plans right now,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you got a Valentine,
yeah,
and she specifically was like, you know, you got to plan the
yeah.
day. So she wants to see what you're made. I mean, how what's your interest level with her at this point?
I date her. Like I date her. She's cool. She's cool. She's cute. Uh she's cool. I mean, I fuck with her, but
She's cool,
it's very
cute.
new. It's very we've hung out a bunch. But
Okay.
it's like, it's very It's very new. You know, it's cool. It's not
Adam,
nothing serious.
You got a type. You got a type.
Yeah, if you just like me, I like you. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. Like if you like me, I like you.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. So I mean, does that go with like anybody or what, dude?
Pretty
Is that what you're
much.
trying to say?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of coming out right now.
no. I mean, well, yeah. If you like me as a, even if you're a dude, you like me. I mean, hey, I like you, but I'm not gonna, you know.
Oh,
I mean, I
hey.
like you too. You know, like you like me, I like you, Alex. Come on, like we could be. I mean, I could.
Okay, all right. I got.
I understand that.
So you got no type. You got no type. You know, I was thinking of this dude, like Dan Bilzerian, dude, right? Like, dude's the man, right? He's living the life.
Mhm.
He's wilding out,
He gives
right?
a perception of the well.
He gives you know, whatever the case may
Mhm.
be, you know. I mean, he's doing his thing, dude. He's being successful in it,
Right.
right? He always has these chicks, and it's not like they're not attractive or whatnot, but he's got clearly a type. Like he's got an addiction, and they all look the same. Like they all fit the same profile. And I feel like that's just kind of fucking weird, right?
Mhm.
To be a sex addict, right? And have all these women around you that you just want to be with, and they're all like the same
Well,
type.
to assume that he's having,
Isn't that weird?
well, if you assume he's having sex with all those women,
So you don't buy it. So you
well,
don't
of course
buy
I don't buy
into
it.
the
You think all those girls
you
are
don't buy it.
sleeping? You think you really think in America, right? That one dude, one dude is sleeping with all these
Baby,
women,
baby.
and it's all peaches and cream, and they're all happy on a boat and fucking. No, dog. No.
You know, when you put it that way, maybe not do, but also at the same time, I feel like these girls are living the life and it's a free ride and he's
Even
just
if
paying for
even if they
everything
were,
and they're
even if it
cool with it.
was living
And they're
life,
young and the girls are young, they're attractive, they want to
you,
go out, have a good time, and they don't care who's hooking up with who.
you
I feel
don't think
like
there'd be
big
jealousy
celebrity.
issues? You don't think there'd be
Nah, man. I mean,
cattiness between the girls and like I want to be the first,
prob
like ah.
well, probably,
Yeah.
probably, but then he probably just kicks them off. Like he don't want that shit.
No, I'm pretty
He's just probably
sure
like, all right,
he's
you're going home, Linda. Listen, Linda.
if it's look, if he's fucking them one at a time, you know, maybe two at a time, maybe if they're freaks like that, you know what I'm saying? If they're down like
Think it's
that.
just a line. You think it's like the deli? They're gonna call out a number.
No,
112.
I think it's just, you know, one girl, the girl that he's probably fucking for real, she's got a lot of friends. And he's got a fucking boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know, like if you had a
On a
boat,
boat.
wouldn't Alexis call all her friends and be like, all you girls better come down your bikinis and fucking come through the boat. We're going to go tan and
Yeah,
da da da. Right? I mean, that's
yeah,
pretty much probably what happened.
yeah,
And he's got a camera. Just so happens. Just so happens his
yeah.
girlfriend's got a lot of fucking friends. That's probably it, dude.
Big man. I want a boat.
I want a
I
boat
want a
too.
fucking boat. You know, I'm like 3 years removed from being 40, but I've already decided like I want to have a yacht party, dude. I want to have a yacht party for my 40th, dude.
A yacht party.
Yeah, but that's a discussion for another day. But if you're listening and you want to come in 3 years, let's have a fucking big bash and let's do it.
You want to rent a
You know what I'm
yacht.
saying? Yeah, rent. For like a couple hours or
Hmm.
something. No, I think it would be fun, dude. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. Uh,
All right, man. Yo, yeah.
so, with your Valentine's Day kind of have you ever had like a horrible Valentine's experience?
Yeah, probably, you know. Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Single days and whatnot, not really having anybody. Everyone get that, you know, you get that loneliness.
Hmm.
So lonely.
Yeah, but I mean you know, maybe easy for you to laugh at, man, but that shit is real, man. People get really depressed on Valentine's Day, and
Oh, yeah.
they get in their
A
heads.
hundred.
And I mean, I've been
A
there, you
hundred.
know.
Facts. Yeah. We've all been there. I've just admitted to being there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's a good day to go to the bar.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, a lot of singles, it's pretty much singles day too at the bar,
Hmm.
right? People go to the bars, try to hook up, just get drunk. Maybe you find yourself your boyfriend on Valentine's Day or girlfriend, you know, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But that would, the single days definitely are the worst Valentine's days. But I've never had like a Valentine fail. Luckily, you get bad dates. Gone on bad dates, dude.
Hmm.
Bad dates, just
Uh, I've never really done a Valentine's Day thing, like, going out. Like I've done like bought. Yeah, I feel like it's a little different for me because I'm not with one chick and working towards like having multiple Valentine's days with one girl. I'm having, it's always a one-off kind of thing. There's never been two Valentine's days in a row, so it's kind of a
had many Valentines.
with one, yeah. How many Valentines have you guys have had now? Like seven,
Six.
six. I mean,
It's a
thinking,
good amount.
yeah, if you,
Michael Jordan got 6 rings. I got 6 Valentines.
that's pretty heavy, man. When you think about it like that, I mean, you've been married 2 years, but when you think about it, it's like six Valentines. That's a lot. That's a bigger chunk of time, for really thinking about like being someone's partner,
100%, dude. This is my longest relationship for sure. 100, like, not even close. So, and I'm still learning in it. You know what I mean? Still learning
Hmm.
in it. Still growing within it. You know, you have all the great times, all the good times, but it's also how you navigate the arguments and knowing when to say sorry and when to stand your ground and all that. But it's like Valentine's Day is like the New Year's of like it's time to that. It's like a reflection of romantic journey. You know what I mean? It's a pause. I was saying today, like jokingly, but it is true. Like every day should be Valentine's Day, right? Just like every day should be Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
Like we should always appreciate these things and celebrate these things every day. But we got to take a time out of the day to make it special, And I get that. I get that. I'm sending flowers to mom too. Shout out to mom. My dad was always a sweetheart when I was a kid back in the day. He would always get all of us something for Valentine's Day, like chocolate, little gift, little things.
Do you remember getting Valentine's Day cards in school? And I always felt like just a kind of uh, I don't know. I've always kind of had an issue with the way that Valentine's days are handled in elementary school, man. I really think that it's
Please share, enlighten
well,
us, dude.
they force it on you. They force you to kind of go up and love everybody, and
Okay, what's wrong with that?
well,
Look at you
well,
now. You
well,
always say how much you
in
love
elementary
everybody.
school, I got bullied a lot, man. I was heavily bullied kid,
Hmm,
and it's because
yeah.
I was brown, and it's cool. But all right, for instance, I made when I was in school, I fell in love in first grade. I fell in love with this girl, Christine Lofreese. Okay, and I sat next to her. It was like a T. It was like the desks were like a T. Okay, so
Do you remember her first and last
yeah,
name too?
dude. Of
You don't have
course,
to.
though.
You don't have,
Of course. Listen,
that's
I'll tell you the
in first
story.
grade. You really were in
I
love.
was in love with this girl. I loved her so much because she was like, she had the prettiest eyes, and I was just like, God damn. Anyway, I write her a note like, oh, I love you. Do you love me? La di da di da, whatever, yes or no. And I hand it to her,
Yeah.
and she reads it, slaps me, fucking slaps me, like what pop, slaps me in class, and I'm just like, heart broke, done. I was done.
Wow.
I was like crushed.
Dude, what did you say in that letter, bro?
I love you. So,
That's what,
like I was just telling her, like,
and she
yeah,
slapped you.
she slapped me, and
Oh,
that was it. And nothing happened. She didn't get in trouble or
that
nothing
was
like
a
that.
hate crime, dude. That was a hate crime.
Well, she was young. I was young. I don't know, but I still loved her though. Like even though she
Damn.
slapped me.
Did she accept like was she anybody else's Valentine too? Did she like did you have to see
Um.
her
So,
be a Valentine with somebody else?
uh, well, that was the thing is that uh, everyone got a Valentine from her, but me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I feel like we're in a therapy session now. I
Well, it's
feel like
okay.
we are really like
It's okay. So
onions
anyway, she
layered.
turned out to she like her family owned like LaFreeze Ford, which is like this huge fucking.
Brutal.
They have like TV commercials all the time. So growing up, I'd see her see her name like on TV all the
Wow.
time. You know. So, but yeah, she's married now. I think I follow her on Facebook or something. She didn't add me, but
Follow her on
I follow her.
Facebook.
I
Add
follow her.
you.
No, I think no, we're
Does she
friends on
have to
Facebook.
add you to follow
I think we're
her, or
friends on
what?
Facebook.
What do you,
I think we're
like
friends. I
secret
think I'm not
account
too
just to
sure.
follow her, dude?
I'm not too sure.
I'm not
You
friends
know.
with anybody from first grade, dude. That's wild, bro. That's heartbreaking though. That's like I could.
Anyway,
That's heartbreaking.
yeah. Have you ever been
Ouch.
rejected heavily like that? You ever been like a have a had like a
Slapped in the face.
yeah type of rejection?
I don't think I've ever been slapped in the face for being fucking rude or anything like that. I've always been a nice guy. Always been a nice guy to women. Not that what you did wasn't nice, but I don't think I've ever been slapped in the face like that. Alexa slaps me from time to time, but nothing like I drop the bomb and be
How
like,
about you?
bitch,
Your
like
sister
Key
never
and
slapped
Peele. Like
you?
I said,
Your
bitch.
sister never slapped you? You never got smacked by your sister?
No, no.
No.
I really don't think any woman's ever smacked me
Your
in that
mom's
type
never
of
smacked
form.
you? Your mom's never smacked you?
Well, no, that's discipline though.
Right.
That's discipline. That's just you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like no.
But you're saying like, okay, like you've never been smacked by like pulling your like. All right, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You've never done something where you romantically
Have you?
that deserved to get slapped. Yeah, I've sent a love letter in first grade. So.
You didn't deserve to get slapped for that though, but
But have I
were
ever been
there other
slapped before? That I've done like questionable things. Um, well, if you think about it, right? Like this whole man. That's this Channel 5 fucking you know who I'm talking about? The Andrew do you know what I'm talking about? This
well, your Channel 5 is probably different than my Channel 5
no, okay.
because of our
I'm
local.
talking about Channel 5, the YouTube channel. Channel
Oh,
5.
there's YouTube.
Yeah,
I heard.
it's this guy who was doing documentary style man on the streets type stuff, and then he got HBO signed him for a movie, whatever, and then as soon as the movie came out, he got canceled because he was doing some questionable tactics that he had when it came to speaking of women. And man, and kind of like it makes you really think about like, oh snap, like, well, maybe I gotta rethink like some of my tactics, like but at the same time those tactics have kind of worked. But if you think about it, well, like did they work because
Did
what
they work?
well did they work because what I was doing was you, like was that, but at the same time it's like, well, I know, no. I'm just
I
I'm
don't know. What you're,
overthinking about it.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know what you're talking
well,
about. I don't know. Maybe my edibles are kicking in or something. But you lost me there for a second.
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying is
know
that
you were hearing about your tactics and if your
yeah,
tactics are
no.
working.
If my
I don't know.
tactics are questionable, but at the same time, my tactics.
Your tactics are questionable. I
No,
can
no,
tell
no,
you
no,
your
not
tactics
anymore.
are-
No, like they used to be questionable. Like I've done things where maybe I shouldn't have. Like maybe I pulled my junk out. Maybe I've done that. We gotta cut that. We
Oh
gotta cut
man,
that, dude.
dick.
No,
No, that's
no,
out there. You pulled it out. You done pulled it out, dude.
no. I
I was I was a dick to women.
have you done
Looking
that?
back at
Have
it.
you
I
done?
was a
You've ever
I-
done something questionable like that?
No, something questionable like that. No,
Hmm.
no, like advanced like that. No, but like I was a nice guy. I'm a nice
Have
guy.
you ever sent
but
a
I was
dick pic?
fuck
Have you
boy
ever
as
sent a
well.
dick?
You know what I'm saying? Like I was. Yeah, I guess I have. I have.
All right, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's on the same level, right?
Wrong. It's just wrong. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Same level. I guess I have. That's I don't know what compels us to always share this with women, but
Well,
that's
not anymore, right? Now it's like
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
now,
No, no,
yeah.
no, no.
But there was a good
I
like,
should send Alexis one every now and again, just to surprise her, just to keep her on
yeah, that'd
her,
be funny, you
just to
know.
keep her on her toes. But
You should send her one right now. See what she says.
on air live dick pic being sent.
Hmm.
Yeah, she'll probably just tell me to keep it down. So,
She's
no,
sleeping. But
tonight.
uh yeah. So let's hear about your question. How were you addicted to women? How like what have you done?
But it was pretty much hit it and quit it, the hit it and quit it kind of thing.
Mm.
I was always like I was always open about where I was with keeping things serious, but I could look back and be like, yeah, definitely.
The hit and
You
quit
know,
it. So what makes you think that you weren't the one that was
it
being hit
was
and
well,
quitted?
it was happening to me as well too. It
Hmm.
was happening, it's happening to both parties. I always think, when I was in my single days, I definitely felt like all that empty sex. Sometimes you felt like you just cheated yourself a little bit, like a little piece of you left behind because it wasn't worth it. Like you were just chasing the cat. You know what I
What?
mean? Mama's dog chased the cats. That's how it felt sometimes, man. Like I felt like I cheapened myself too.
By having
Like I
sex.
was just like, yeah. It's not necessarily the yeah, yeah. By having sex
Hmm.
with someone who I knew like necessarily wasn't gonna stay around at all. Like it was just that.
Hmm.
You know,
I guess
I'm
like.
not saying I'm not saying I regret anything. You live and you learn.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But in response to being like a dick to women, yeah, maybe just because if they were interested and they wanted to pursue more, I was never really there and on that level.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like if that's a big if, you know,
What do you mean?
that's a big if.
If
If
they?
if they wanted to pursue, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
Like
know. I know they did. I'm not saying like
that they didn't.
that they didn't.
Hmm.
No, some did, some didn't. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, to me, like I feel like the way today is,
You don't think empty sex can like take a little bit out of you sometimes? You don't think? Do you think it's healthy?
it
So you
takes. I'll
think
tell
empty
you, yeah,
sex?
it does take a little bit. But
Dirty dog.
it's
You dirty dog.
it's to me, I feel like it's I feel
I'm not
closer.
saying
I
it's
feel
bad and you
closer
don't
to
have
that.
it.
I
I'm
feel
just
closer to that person. I feel like more of a connection to that person. I feel like, I definitely wouldn't feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying, like unconnected to that person. And if there's enough chemistry to kind of get into, bed with that person, then I'd assume there'd be enough to kind of continue on a cordial or like just a a fucking friendship, if not,
yeah.
you know,
I'm happy I'm not in the dating game anymore. I'll definitely say that. Like it's a nice relief to be out of it
man,
because
though I feel like the last time you were in the dating game, we were back at Chili's, back at Chili's. And when I think about that, then I think about some cheap sex, and I'm like, okay, maybe that type of stuff that was kind of a little bit of cheap stuff. Because I remember there was some there was some questionable nights,
yeah.
for sure. But it's all very questionable,
why don't you
all of
why don't you
this.
give us some answers to the questionables?
I mean, yeah.
So why don't you count on like your hand or so? How many girls do you regret?
What? How many? What?
How many girls do you regret, dude? How many
Oh,
girls do you wish
none.
you could just go
None
out
regrets.
and none,
None. Not a single
none.
one.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Well, then they're not questionable. Then there you go.
Yeah, but I guess cheap, maybe.
Mhm. Yeah,
Maybe
it's crazy.
morally, mm, morally, like, I, I shouldn't be doing. I shouldn't be doing that. Like I shouldn't be hooking up with girls that are unavailable or already, have a man or whatever. And yeah, at that time I was kind of, I really didn't give a fuck. So, but that's probably,
Out there.
huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you learn, man. I mean, that was always my rule as far as being single. Definitely, no, no one in relationships for sure. That's just like there's a boundary and there's a line, and then also you don't want that husband or whatever to come after you with fucking
Right,
shotgun and going. You know what I mean? Because
right.
we
Well, I guess
for
like
sure.
when I think back at it, there was a time like the first girl I was ever with, she cheated on me pretty bad, and then and I kind of got pretty burnt from that and turned it around. And I said I never want to be that guy again. Never want to be the guy that's getting cheated on again. So
Right.
uh,
I think that happens to everyone,
mm.
at some point. Like that's what I don't know how the specific saying goes, but it's like hurt people, or something
I
like
think that
that. You know what I
refers to
mean?
like pedophilia. Like I'm pretty sure, like
No, not necessarily. I think it translates to what you're saying because one person gets cheated on, right?
mm.
Then they think everyone is part of this like game where people are going to cheat on you, so then they cheat on somebody else,
But that is the game,
or
though. That is everyone's cheating
that
on
is the
everyone.
game. Yeah.
Everyone's fucking
Well,
everybody, though. Like right,
yeah, I mean, when you're younger, for sure, I think so, 100%,
right.
dude. Anywhere from like 18 to mid 20, no one should get in a serious relationship when you're that young. Looking back at it, you just no one's really ready for it. I don't know these people that get married like high school sweethearts. I believe in it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that's crazy to think, right? Like that you've been with someone since high school, like you never really explored. Like I know I married the right woman because I went on dates and I met women and she was special and stood out and the connection was there and the like I know that because I dated, right? Like it's crazy. Crazy that in some places of the world people have arranged marriages as well still.
Yeah,
Still arranged marriages.
yeah. My parents have actually, tried a couple times to set me
With
up.
you?
Yeah, and each time,
Do
like,
it. You should do
no,
it, dude.
no. There was it even went as far as to the point where like they're showing me a girl's picture, and I'm just like, dude, no, this is not gonna happen. Like, no way. This cannot happen. Like, no way.
Not a no little part of you. No, you
Bro,
just
look,
don't.
first of all, this girl
Do
would
you
be
have a
miserable. This girl would be miserable, right? Because number one, she don't speak English, right? And number two,
okay?
she's away from her
Yeah.
family, away from her life, away from everything she knows. Now she's living with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like
You. Yeah,
me,
you
okay?
would be with
And it's like and trust me, she don't want to live with me because it's culture shock to the max because I'm like first of all like
yeah.
just look at bad style. You know what I'm saying? Like look at what I do. How is she gonna be cool?
That style, your photography
Yeah,
page.
like
Yeah,
she of
yeah,
course
yeah.
she's not gonna be cool with that. Of course, you know what I'm saying? But again, like what it's the culture. She just doesn't understand like
I feel like in that culture, though, I feel like her parents would look at that page too, and they wouldn't even like let her marry you, probably. Within that culture, I'm not saying what you're doing is bad and all that, but
at
right,
the same
it's a
time,
pretty
yeah, but they
strict
ain't gonna
culture. I mean, if they see what you pushing,
yeah, but I mean look at this face though, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
hey,
no, but it's just what I'm into, is
yeah,
not necessarily what she would be into.
I hear
And it's
you. You
not
know
like
it won't work. It
right,
won't
it
work.
wouldn't
It
work.
won't work.
She would be
Yeah, it's like
miserable
yeah, I got.
and I wouldn't be happy either because I'd have to see this girl
Did you ever
cry
make
every day, like she's crying every day in my
right?
room and I'm just like what the hell, like
Crack some jokes. Crack- You could try. You could try to be the man she wants you to be. No.
uh
Yeah, man. Do you have like a pact with anybody? Like if you don't get married by a certain time or you just get
yeah,
married,
yeah, I did, but she got married.
she got married?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You know who it was?
Now,
I know you know who it was. Yeah.
I don't, but I'm gonna take a
Go
guess.
ahead. Yeah,
Chantel. We'll say
100. Yeah,
Chantel.
Chantal. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. She got married though. Well, good and good for her because I love that dude.
What
He's such a good dude
what
too.
what year did you, that's awesome, dude.
Hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What year? Like how long did you give yourself?
45.
25.
45, yeah.
That's a good age. That's a good age to toss the towel.
Yeah.
And if you want, if that's the life you want, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
and I feel
Do you
like
want to? You said you want to get married, huh?
I mean,
Fucking marry.
isn't that the plan? Isn't what everybody wants, right? Everybody kind of wants like somebody to fucking deal with their shit, you know, someone to fucking tell their stories to, and you know. But at the same time, like you said earlier, I'm not really tripping. Like if it's you know, if it's me, if I'm supposed to like grow old and
Yeah.
fucking find maybe become a millionaire and then find my soulmate when I'm and she's like some young fucking what's it called influencer and and all of a sudden
Right.
I leave her millions of
She's
dollars.
like Mrs. Slovakia or something.
Exactly.
You know what I
Actually, I
mean?
think
Like
my
it's
soulmate's out in fucking in Budapest. I think I gotta be going out there.
oh for
Dude,
real? For
I
real?
really need to hit this Eastern European block up, dog. Like I need to find because the women that come out from out there, man, are so holy smokes, dude. Have you seen some? I mean,
Nah, I don't know, like specifically from
dude,
this
get on
region. I
Instagram.
don't
Get on
know.
Instagram. Get on European Instagram because this
European
is like
Instagram.
they're not humans, dude. They're like, what? How is this thing like? They're gorgeous out there, man.
Yeah. Worldwide, man. Worldwide. I never have a type. I always love that song. I ain't got no type.
I didn't realize that's what that song was about. That
I,
I ain't
I
got
don't
no
know.
type
I don't even know.
means you'll fuck
That's how I
anything,
took it.
right?
Yeah.
Means you'll
I
fuck
ain't got,
anything, pretty
well,
much.
just means like, beautiful women are beautiful women, I
Mm.
guess. You're not looking for one specific thing. But I did always like brunettes. I got brunette. I got exactly what I wanted.
I mean, if it was if I had to pick, if I had my choice, right, it would be like a sexy little goth chick, like little like tattooed like cross like right here kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like some like horns implanted in the fucking her eyes are all her split tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like and she's got like kind
Fucking Lucifina,
of ooh straight suck the soul out you.
Lucy. Straight suck the soul out
You
you.
know like that. That's my type.
That
That's my type.
that's your type.
Yeah.
I think a woman that would like kill you, is capable of killing you, that is your type for sure.
You say it and I shake my head yes, and that makes me so afraid. Like I get so like because it's involuntary. I'm just like, yeah, yeah, I want that. But I don't want it to not be exciting. I want to be excited.
Yeah.
Mm. On that note,
On that note, man, well, shit. So yeah, I got some planning to do. I guess you got some planning to do too
I
for
do. What do you
Valentine's Day. You
suggest?
got, you got. I mean, I don't know what's the budget like. No, you got to go to dinner.
Budget's a couple hundred. Three. I'd
You
like
got it.
three max. You know what I'm saying? Like max three, but it's looking like that. Looking like it's my hit. You know, 4 or 5 maybe. I mean, I don't want to, but like the last few times it's been like, all right, well, it's like I get it. It's expensive as fuck. Like trying to court a girl, trying to like woo a girl, trying to like be like, ooh, look at me, like, ooh, like let me get this nice shirt. Let me go
Trying
buy
to
this fucking $45 shirt. Fuck, that's $45 already. Then I'd put $40 of gas. Fuck, that's $100 now. I'm at $100 already. Then you gotta go pick her up. Cool, la di da. Take her out to some. First, then you gotta have smoke. Like this chick smokes, so gotta have some smoke on you, right? Because if you
gotta
don't have
have that.
smoke, so that's another 50. They
Got to buy some candles. Got to have some candles
never
on deck.
had candles on deck. Never have I once had candles on deck.
You never had candles on
Never,
deck, dude, on
never have I.
Valentine's Day.
Oh no, no, I'm talking about just regular
You know what
date.
I mean? You're
I'm
not
just
gonna
talking
like
about regular
put 'em-
date. I'm just talking about every time the regular date has been like it's been on like $200, $300, just a single regular date. But Valentine's Day is probably gonna hit 400, 500.
ah,
Thinking.
shit adds up.
So what do you?
It adds up.
So get to planning.
Yeah, I gotta find a dinner spot too, man. I gotta find a dinner spot too. They're all probably booked. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Probably gonna edit this little bit right here. I'm gonna
No,
edit
let's
this
just
little bit.
call it, dude. Let's just call it.
No, no, we're just
Just
rambling.
call
Yeah.
it.
All right.
That's when I said on that note.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Well,
Let's go.
on that note, CCP for the win.
CCP
You know what I
for the
mean?
win.
Stay blessed, at your best, and with a solid flex. And we'll be back.
Easy.